I was born and raised in Antigonish. After high school and college, I had moved away, and just recently moved back, and been fishing since about the age of 3 or 4, and I started tying flies and fly fishing when I was about 12, and I was introduced to fly tying by my grandfather, Lee Bushell. So he got interested in fly tying himself after fly fishing for years and years. And I guess just by watching him and the process of osmosis, I picked it up and got into it myself. And now it's kind of an addiction, yeah, a passion. I started doing it just, I guess, to fish with, because I fly fished. I wanted to have my own flies, and I couldn't really afford to buy them. But in the end, you end up spending more money on fly tying materials than you do if you were to buy flies and time. So, but I really wanted to get into it myself. And but now, as I grew, I tied trout flies for years for my own fishing. But then about 5 years ago, I got interested in tying classic salmon flies. Trout flies, very basic, inexpensive materials, inexpensive hooks. Functionality, they're built for functionality, built to catch fish. Whereas a classic salmon fly, very intricate. Basically what they're doing is reproducing classic salmon fly from the 18th and 19th centuries when they were built to actually be fished. But things now, they've become very expensive. The hooks, they can range anywhere from $10 to $50 for a single hook that's handmade. Silk gut for the eye, the feathers are very expensive. So night and day. What I have to do at this point, I'm going to make an underwing for the green Highlander. So I need to select 2 feathers of golden pheasant. And ideally you'd like these to match as closely as you can. So we're going to reduce that even further. Keep matching it up. A soft loop and then a couple tight loops will secure that for now. A lot of this is feather manipulation, getting the feathers to do what you want them to do and not what the feather wants to do, because inherently the feathers don't want to behave like you want them to. So you have to tell them what to do, so to speak. So that's the wing. It's going to come down over top of the underwing, like so. I want to line it up with the tips and basically tighten it up a bit, twisting the tips, keeping this hand still the whole process, and then slowly release your hand, and hopefully your wing mounted okay. And that's the mounting of a wing on a green Highlander classic salmon fly. A lot of it has to do with an escape, a relaxation technique, for me anyway. Just to sit down with a bunch of feathers and a pattern to follow. Everything else just kind of disappears, and I lose myself in tying that fly, and to watch the process unfold, and as things come together, especially when they're going well and the pieces of the puzzle fall together, and in the end is to see the finished product is very rewarding.